G-Shock 2100 series, available in resin, translucent resin, metal covered, and full metal versions, is nicknamed the CasiOak because of a resemblance to the famed royal oak. The full metal GMB2100 represents the most advanced and the first fully metallic version of the 2100 line, and has received a number of upgrades over the GM2100. First, the premium full stainless steel case construction is more complex and robust. It features a screw-in, case back, and integrated bracelet. Second, the dial has a more sophisticated multi-layer design and a more attractive embossed G-Shock logo versus a printed logo on the metal cover version. Third, the full metal dial has lume on all 12 hour markers, not just the hour and minute hands, which greatly enhances legibility. Last, the full metal GMB2100 adds precision Bluetooth time syncing and automatic solar powered recharging. The cases of both the metal covered GM2100 and the full metal GMB2100 measure the exact same 44.4 millimeter diameter. However, the full metal's additional Bluetooth and solar functionality require a new movement module, dial structure, and case construction that results in the full metal case being half a millimeter taller at 49.8 millimeters versus 49.3 millimeters lug to lug, and a millimeter thicker at 12.8 millimeters versus 11.8 millimeters. Despite the subtle 1 millimeter of difference in thickness, you do notice the less expensive metal covered model feels slightly thinner on the wrist, perhaps because of how the strap and case back let the watch sit on your wrist compared to the integrated bracelet. Either way, there's very little difference between the two as far as wrist presence. As you can see in the exploded diagrams, the metal cover construction is less complex and requires fewer components. The GM2100 series has a forged metal cover with a glass fiber reinforced resin case and a resin strap, whereas the GMB2100 has a full metal case with fine resin inner cushioning, a DLC coated screw-in case back, a 3-prong bracelet attachment structure, and a stainless steel integrated bracelet. That said, both models have excellent shock resistance, a depth rating of 200 meters, a similar feel for the pushers, and a flat mineral crystal that's sunken below the plane of the bezel, which reduces the chance of contacting the glass. The full model clearly has a superior construction to the metal covered version, though you're not losing durability per se by going with the less expensive model. The metal covered GM2100's resin strap fits well and is comfortable, although it has a stiff feel, and is connected to the case via traditional spring bars, whereas the full metal GMB2100 has screw bars, which are stronger. The bracelet features a dimple design and has a premium look and feel. With removable links and 4 micro adjustments on the push button clasp, the fit can be customized more precisely than the factory strap. Depending on your preference, the total weight of the full metal GMB2100 is 168.9 grams versus 71.5 grams for the metal covered GM2100 model. With a dual layer construction, the full metal GMB2100 dial is both more luxurious than the metal cover dial and is designed to accommodate the transmission of sunlight and artificial light through the dial, which recharges the long-lasting internal battery. Casio enhanced the dial by lengthening and raising the hour markers, by adding texture with a mixture of vapor deposition and grind mark finishing on the outer ring and indices, and by embossing the G-Shock logo at 12 o'clock. Overall, the new GMB2100 dial is a level above the GM2100. However, the solar power recharging system necessitates a translucent material and thus prevents the application of a brushed or sunburst finish on the dial, whereas the GM2100 does feature a nice vertical brush treatment. Also, the higher-end GMB2100 comes with a monotone color scheme, which looks menacing, but is perhaps not as legible as the silver dial seen on the GM2100. Both watches have on-demand dual LEDs for visibility in total darkness. Still, one simple yet highly useful upgrade Casio made to the full metal version was the addition of lume on the hour markers, not just luminous hour and minute hands. Beyond the core features such as high shock resistance, 200 meters of water resistance, Japanese quartz accuracy, Bluetooth time syncing, and solar power recharging, like all G-Shocks, the GMB2100 has many other features as well. A high brightness double LED light can be set to illuminate the dial for 1.5 or 3 seconds at the push of a button. This is the same for both the GMB2100 and the GM2100. When connected, paired to the Casio Watches app via the wireless Bluetooth mobile link technology, the higher-end GMB2100 sets itself and calibrates the time using the Internet Time Server up to 4 times per day for incredible precision. The Casio Watches app, you can set the world time with 38 time zones, display the city name, turn daylight saving time on and off, and switch between different home and world time cities, approximately 300 cities in total. Additionally, you can press a button on the watch to record the date, time, and position on a map, which is then viewable within the Casio Watches app. The watch can remind you of up to 5 upcoming events, which you set within the app, and there's a phone finder function activated from the watch. The built-in stopwatch is accurate to 1/100th of a second for the first 60 minutes, after which the accuracy changes to 1 second, and the total measuring capacity is 24 hours. You can measure lapse time and lap split times, and there's also a 60-minute countdown timer. There are 5 daily alarms available, and you can turn on or off an audible hourly time signal. There's also a battery level indicator so you can ensure the battery has received enough sunlight or artificial light to stay powered. To conserve energy, the power saving feature blanks out the display automatically when not in use. A full auto calendar displays the day. Days of the week can be selected in 6 languages, date, month, and year accurate to 2099. You can run the digital display in a 12 or 24-hour format. The push buttons can be set to have a tone when operated or not. The hour and minute hands move like normal quartz-powered analog hands, with the exception that the minute hand moves every 20 seconds to conserve energy. The dedicated analog display on the right shows the battery level and mode. Even without a mobile Bluetooth connection, the movement is accurate to minus plus 15 seconds per month. The approximate battery operating time is 7 months when fully charged with normal use, even without light exposure, and 18 months when stored in total darkness with the power save mode activated. If you want the most advanced, upscale 2100 series CasiOak model, the full metal GMB2100 is it. It comes at a price though, starting at $550 as shown, but for that price, you get the popular octagonal bezel aesthetic coupled with all the latest technology, including solar recharging, precision Bluetooth timekeeping, and a robust full metal stainless steel case and bracelet. For those of you who don't need Bluetooth time syncing or solar charging, or perhaps want to disconnect from devices, the new full metal GMB2100 underscores how good of a deal the $200 metal covered GM2100 actually is. Of the DW5000C derived Casio designs, this is one of the best. And while I'd like to see a little more contrast on the dial or an option for a textile rubber strap, the full metal GMB2100 represents a great looking watch with high precision and incredible durability.